shit
Y'all fly
up,
forever.
yo.
Ayy, y'all fly forever. We real as it get. Never say never. We know for them hits. Feeling that weather you put on your fit. Y'all fly forever. Go get you the drip. Y'all fly forever. We real as it get. Never say never. We know for them hits. Feeling that weather you put on your fit. Y'all fly forever. Go get you the drip.
What's going on, Fanatical Massholes show? It's your boy Mizzo holding it down. How y'all feeling? Hopefully y'all are well. You know, this is the show for the fanatics by a fellow fanatic. You know, just a fan coming at y'all from my perspective and how we see it. Not a journalist, nothing like that, but, you know, like to talk my little ish, so that's what we do. You know how this goes. All right. Got a good show for y'all. You want to get into the Heisman finalist, who I think is going to win tonight. Transfer portal. Should the Eagles sit Jalen Hurts? That's a question that quarterback asked this week, or suggested that maybe they should do. A little bit of NBA. Rasheed Wallace on Draymond Green. And obviously, Yankees handle business. They're standing on business and they handle business. All that and more. Before we get into it, we'd like to thank my sponsors. Excuse me. If you're looking for a plate, hit up the boy Timothy Brumfield. He's 508. He's a Fat Boy 508 on Instagram. Timothy Brumfield on Facebook. All the fixings. Big Belly Barbecue is the name of his company. Like I said, all the plates. He specializes in fried lobster tail, lobster mac and cheese, these lamb, everything. You know, he's at Worcester State a lot, so check him out. You see him on Facebook, same where he's going to be. Go attend. You won't be disappointed. All right, if you're looking to get some gear, hit up my man Charles Price, aka C's Black, out of Young Fly Forever. You got a store on Southbridge on Hamilton Street. And also he's got the website, www.youngflyforever.com. He's got clothes for young men, young women, men, women. He's got 3-piece suits. So if you got a special occasion you got to go to, a wedding, something, anything like that, something formal, and just say, listen, man, you got a business meeting you want to hold down? Yeah, he's the man to go see. Check him out, and it's all affordable. I'm saying, and always like, subscribe, share, comment, support the movement. Appreciate y'all. All right, let's get into it. So listen, my thoughts on Thursday Night Football. Actually, it was a surprisingly decent game, entertaining game. I mean, I thought it was definitely going under the 30.5, and it did not. Patriots offense looked like an offense, pretty damn good. I mean, Bailey Zappi, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, 240 yards, 115 passer rating. Juju, 4 catches for 90 yards. Zeke had 140 total yards, including a touchdown. So that, the Patriots look good. And they held on in the end. It was up 21-3. Pittsburgh made a little bit of a comeback, but the Patriots did hold on. So again, I thought it was going to be 10-3. Like I predicted the final score on FanDuel. Shout out FanDuel. I thought it was going to be like 10-3 or 16-10, maybe Patriots, or 10-3, 10-0 Steelers. Nope. That it hit the over by halftime. It was crazy. But yeah. So, well, and then you look at from the Steelers side of things. Mitchell Trubisky, 22-35, 190 yards, touchdown and a pick. Deontay Johnson had 3 catches, 57 yards. George Pickens, 5 catches for 19 yards. He was a little frustrated during the game. Mitchell Trubisky led the Steelers in rushing. Why? Najee Harris, 12 carries for 29 yards. The Steelers' offense is broken, and then it wasn't Matt Canada's fault. Now we see it wasn't Matt Canada's fault at all. They need something different. Listen, they got players, but something's just not working. I don't know what it is, because obviously it ain't the coordinator. Again, if he's not there and they're still running the same type of offense, they need a whole new offensive system. Definitely get back to Steelers football, which is running the ball, like establishing the run game. I mean, let's look at Najee Harris over the years now. So he's been with the team 3 years. 2021, he averaged his rookie 1,200 yards, 70 yards a game, 7 touchdowns. 2022, it's over 1,000, 1,034, 60, basically about 61 yards a game, 7 touchdowns. This year he's at 690 for yards rushing on the ground, about 53 yards per game and 4 touchdowns. The running game has started to slip in Pittsburgh. That's the problem. They got to get back to the running game. The running game has to be the catalyst of the Pittsburgh Steelers offense. That's Pittsburgh Steelers football. And that's non-existent. And you got to figure out a way to get George Pickens the ball. So it's like Kenny Pickett can't do it. Mitchell Trubisky definitely can't do it. Yeah. And then, yes, you got to draft the quarterback. I mean, how are the Steelers even 7-5? That's the question that we all should be asking. How are they 7-5? Listen, Mike Tomlin's a great coach. I wish we can get him on the Commanders. No disrespect to Ron Rivera, but Mike Tomlin's a damn good coach. And that's why they're 7-5, 7-6 now. But yeah, they definitely they got a lot to work on in the offseason as far as getting the quarterback in. I don't think Kenny Pickett's the guy. I mean, they want to give him another shot, okay, but if I'm a fan of the Steelers, I would like for them to go get another guy at quarterback, groom him. You know what I mean? You're going to be probably picking now middle of the pack because of where you're at standing wise, and you have 7 wins. You're not getting one of the good quarterbacks. So you either try to bring a veteran guy in, maybe pick and learn under more, or maybe that's it for him and draft a guy and kind of get him ready and groom him and things like that. Let him sit out for a year, something like that. If I'm a Steelers fan, that's what I'd want. And definitely get back to figuring out a way to get this run game going. All right. Moving on. So then let me get my thoughts real quick on what transpired last week as far as the college football playoff is concerned. I think it's bullshit what happened, part of my language. Florida State deserved to be in, but it's not about who's deserving. I get it. Just the 4 best teams they picked. If that's the case, then put Georgia in. How does Alabama go from 8 to 3 to 4? Put Georgia in. How does Georgia slide from 1 to 6 to 5 to 6? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Georgia's one of the better teams, I think. Right now, Georgia's better than Florida State. Right now, I get it. Florida State lost their quarterback. I still don't think they should have got putting out, though. Like, they won all their games. They beat LSU. When LSU was number 5, they stepped up and said, we're going to play a top 5 team from the SEC conference, the best conference in college football, everybody says. And I'm not saying it isn't, but okay, they beat them. They beat them. Forget about Florida. That's an SEC win. They beat Florida at the end of the season, but no, LSU was the big win. They beat LSU. That counts. And I get, they're not the same team without the quarterback. Then what's the point of these kids playing? So you basically just rob these kids of a chance to win a national championship simply because they lost their quarterback. And that's really it. That's really it. I don't care what you say. You're not going to tell me that any of these, if Jordan Travis was there, any of these teams are far and away better than Florida State. Alabama's a good team, but they're not far and away better than Florida State. Georgia's a good team, but Georgia's not the Georgia that they were of the last 2 seasons, in my opinion. It's crazy. So to me, I just think then pick the best 4 teams. Go Michigan, you go Washington, because they're undefeated. They won their conferences. Big Ten's obviously a big conference, but I don't think Michigan had a great schedule. Their schedule wasn't great, especially their non-conference schedule. So okay, anyway, you go Michigan, you go Washington, you go Alabama, then you put Georgia in, or you go Texas and put Georgia in. You don't have to bring Alabama just because they beat the number 1 team. You could have put Texas in Georgia. Again, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But now and then this is the thing. Okay, so they think they didn't, it's about the ratings. They didn't want to see Georgia get demolished because what happened with TCU, demolished by any one of these teams. So you're going to have them play a New Year's 6 bowl game in the Orange Bowl against Georgia. Now Johnny Wilson, the all everything wide receiver, he's going to the draft. He's not playing in the game. So now you're going to watch him on New Year's Day get possibly demolished by Georgia. I mean, come on, man. Make sense of it. They don't make no sense of it. All I want these pundits, the NCAA guys to come out and just say is, look, man, it's about ratings, it's about this money. Florida State wasn't going to get us any money if we put them in the college football playoff. Alabama was bringing us the money. Obviously, it's Nick Saban. You know what I'm saying? Texas, it's Texas. You know what I'm saying? The money's going to come in for Texas. Michigan, it's Michigan. You know what I mean? And people want to see Harbaugh lose. I think, in my opinion. And Washington's upstart. I mean, Washington not really going to draw him, but I like Michael Penix Jr., so I'm going to watch. But just say that. It's about this money. Period, point blank. Florida State, we was going to lose money if we put Florida State in one of these games. Period, point blank. They was not getting it because it's going to cost us money. Just say that, and I'll be cool with it. I'll be all good with it. But they're not going to. They're never going to do that. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. I think it's bullshit. Like I said, Florida State should have got him, but like I said, be real with us. We not dumb. You know what I'm saying? Be real with us. Just say it's about the money. Florida State was not going to bring in that revenue if we put them in the college football playoff. All right. Now, let's get to the Heisman. Excuse me. The finalists are Jaden Daniels, LSU, Michael Penix Jr., Bo Nix, Michael Penix of Washington. I'm sorry. Brain cramp. Bo Nix of Oregon, and Marvin Harrison Jr. of Ohio State. Me personally, I mean, it's a quarterback award. I wouldn't mind seeing Marvin Harrison take it, but it's going to be. I think Michael Penix Jr. should win it. His team's undefeated. He's got a chance to play for a national championship. Jaden Daniels, though, man, listen, he's going to win it because, I mean, basically he's got 5,000 all-purpose yards, 3,800 yards, or 3,800 yards in the air, 72, 72 was a long, I'm sorry, 46 touchdowns to 4 picks. He rushed for over 1,000 yards, 1,100 yards and 10 touchdowns. Michael Penix Jr. had 4,200 yards, 33 touchdowns, 9 picks. Only sacked 10 times. Bo Nix, 4,100 yards, 40 touchdowns, 3 picks. Only sacked 5 times all season. That's crazy. And obviously Marvin Harrison Jr., 67 catches, 1,200 yards, 14 touchdowns. He had a rushing touchdown as well. I think it should be Michael Penix Jr., but it's probably going to be Jaden Daniels. But if I had to pick, I'd pick Michael Penix Jr. I rock with Michael Penix. I'm rooting for Washington. Let's see an upset. Go Washington. I'm a Huskies fan. I'm a Huskies fan coming up in a month. So I'm rocking with y'all Huskies. Let's go. All right. Next topic. The transfer portal is crazy right now. So we already seen what's going on with we just seen it. Dylan Gabriel, Oklahoma quarterback. He's in the transfer portal. He's going to Oregon. So he's gonna basically take Bo Nix's place. Like it's I hate it, but I like it. Because you know what these kids get to do? They get to pick where they want to play. I understand it from a traditional, listen, man, play out, you ride with your team, stick it out with them. But a lot of these guys might be graduate transfers, so they can, go. This is their chance to go try to win a national championship. They've done everything else. They obviously graduated, fulfilled that commitment, honored that commitment, I should say. But just the movement around is crazy. A lot. I mean, there's some notables in there. Obviously, what's his name? Kyle McCord from Ohio State. He's in the transfer portal. Where's he gonna go? I don't know. He had a good year, but I don't see what team's he gonna put over the top as far as championship wise. I don't think he's that level of a quarterback. But we'll see. We'll see where he ends up. I just think, man, overall, as you look into it, I don't hate it. Like I said, I hate it, but I love it. I like it that they get to do it. They say, look, I'm transferring. I don't like my situation. I'm gone. Sometimes I think they do it a little early though, where it's like you're not getting any playing time, kind of stick it out and kind of let it develop. They want out and they're gone now. You know what I'm saying? Especially with this NIL money, like, listen, it's ring, you know what I mean? It's musical chairs, musical quarterbacks, musical receivers, everything. So that's why I hate it. But also, the coaches get to do it. Coaches want to leave, they leave, they out. I'm gone. So I don't think it should be, it's a tough thing. It's a tough situation because college, you're going to get to know these players because they got to stay 3 years. I say college football. Basketball is a little different because they might be gone in and out. They, one and done. Or if they just moving teams, you're not really focused on it that much. I think there's got to be a way to kind of move, smooth, make it, I don't want to say just free. I don't want to take away people's free will to just go everywhere they want. But maybe just one transfer and that's it. You can only transfer once, not 2 and 3 and 4 times. Because I know there's a lot of teams who do that. A lot of players who do that, I'm sorry. Again, same thing. But again, if you're telling the coach, hey, we can leave the school anytime you want, you know what I mean? Or they can fire you anytime they want. So, hey, why can't we tell the players just go whenever they want? I think there should be some sort of, listen, you can only transfer one time. And then you got to stick it out at that school. That's it, whether you make it or not. One time transfer. That's it. That's kind of my thoughts on it. But yeah, there's a lot of players in the transfer portal either trying to get to a championship or figuring out they're trying to find a better situation for themselves. But again, like I said, Dylan Gabriel, we already know where he's going. He's going to Oregon. Best of luck to him out there. All right. Now, let's talk about the Eagles. So David Carr, I got this off Twitter. Shout out to Twitter. But to get David Carr, NFL Network said he'd probably be better. He said Marcus Mariota will probably be a better quarterback for the Eagles right now because Jalen Hurts isn't running. We could tell he's obviously banged up with his knee. Obviously, Marcus Mariota can do that, but I don't think he's a turnover machine. I don't think Marcus Mariota will command the offense like that. My thoughts is, should the Eagles sit Jalen Hurts? If they beat the Cowboys tomorrow, okay, I can see it. You got a 2-game lead. what is it? It'll be you have 4 games left, 3, 4 games left. I would say. So yeah, maybe I could see him sitting a couple games, depending on who they got next. You know what I mean? I think this is the end of their gauntlet after they play Dallas. Let me just look up Philly's schedule real quick. Hold on, bear with me real quick. All right, so all right, so after the Cowboys, now they get the Seahawks, then they get the Giants, the Cardinals, and the Giants again. I mean, maybe if you beat the Cowboys, you got a 2 game lead in the division, and you win the tiebreaker. So maybe play them against the Seahawks, and then I guess if you want to sit them the last 3 games, 2 or 3 games, or after the Giants game, sit them for the Cardinals and the Giants. Maybe do that. I could kind of see what just to get them fully healthy for the playoffs. I mean, if they win the division, they'll have a bye anyway, so that'll help. But I could see it. I get where David Carr's coming from. Like you want him fully healthy. He's not running, and Philly's offense isn't clicking. I mean, they're still damn good, but they're not clicking right now like they were last year. You know what I'm saying? And it never really has clicked yet. But again, they're winning games still. Last weekend they got demolished. It happens. You know what I'm saying? 49ers did. It's a telling sign, though. If I'm a fan of the Eagles, I'm gonna be a little like, wary because 49ers was talking crazy. They've been talking crazy ever since the NFC Championship game. So they was talking crazy. Pulled up with the black Air Forces on, walked to the stadium all black, bumping their music with the beatbox, walked through y'all, pushing and shoving, and basically went out there and punked y'all on the field too. And you know what I mean? You got, Dre Greenlaw pointing in the Big Don's face, the security pause, and now he can't be on the sideline. Like they went in there and basically took it from y'all. That's it. They basically went in there and herbed y'all. So if I'm an Eagles fan, yeah, I'm looking at that like psychologically they might have a little bit of edge on them. Again, Eagles, if anybody could bounce back, yeah, I would say the Eagles, but that game was a little telling. So maybe if you want to sit him down just to get him back right fully, I can see it. I can see it. I'm with David Carr now. I could definitely see it. All right. Before we get into our locks, let me get to one more story real quick. Let me pull it up. Give me a second. See if I can get it. All right, so I got this from Sports Skeeter. Shout out to them. Um, a Jaguars employee defrauded the team for $22 million. $22 million. So basically, Amit Patel was associated with the organizer for the last 5 years, exploited the Jaguars virtual credit card program to steal more than $22 million. Damn. $22 million. That's crazy. That's crazy. How does he get it? Like, how do you let that go on that long that a man can take $22 million from y'all? Maybe it didn't even dent Amir Khan's budget. Not Amir Khan. Who is it? Is it Khan? Who the hell's I forgot who's the owner of the Jaguars. Let me look him up. Hold on a second. But yeah, maybe it didn't hurt his pockets. Maybe it didn't. But I listen, man. If that's crazy. All I can say is that's crazy. Let me look this up real quick for y'all, though. That can go on that long that he took $22 million and you didn't notice until the $22 million was gone. I think I want to notice after a million. I might have somebody on point in my building, in my organization. Look, 100,000 missing, 1,000 missing. We need to be on it. And let's start turning heads and, start scratching our head and saying, what the hell's going on? Looking deep into it. You know what I mean? If I'm them. Hold on one second. Shahid Khan, I'm sorry. So Shahid Khan is the owner. Amir Khan, I believe, is not Amir Khan. It's Shad. Is it Shad Khan? Oh, that's him. Anyway, I forgot the owner. No, that's Wolf, Zygmunt Wolf. My bad. Anyway, so Shahid Khan is the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, listen, man, Pakistani American businessman. Listen, how you a businessman and you let this man take $22 million from you? They should be bosses of the week, man. To that dude, listen, he's gonna sit down for a minute. You know what I mean? But damn, my man got $22 million off. 22 million. Say that with me again. 22 million. Jacksonville Jaguars. You are the bozos of the week. Right then and there. That's crazy that you let that go like that and didn't catch on to that. All right. Games I'm looking forward to this weekend, though. Rams, Ravens. Ravens coming off a bye. You can improve your seeding and you can basically get the 1 seed if you win out. So we'll see what they do there. Coach Bengals, Jake Browning looked damn good on Monday night. Can he kind of get this? Can he get the Cincinnati Bengals into the playoffs? Listen, they beat a damn good Jacksonville Jaguars team who had a lot. Who obviously everything's to play for. And it's getting down to the crunch time of the season. Getting down to that time, it's business time. Jaguars could have had home field advantage so far. Not clinched it, but they would have been the 1 seed had they won on Monday night. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence going out didn't hurt. Obviously hurt him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he still looked good. Jake Brown looked damn good against them. So let's see. I want to see how he rebounds on that. Trevor Lawrence, he's gonna play. He looked like he's gonna play. He got a high ankle sprain, but he's gonna play. It looks like it. So we'll see how he reacts. We'll see how he bounces back against that Browns defense. That defense could take him to the playoffs. I had the Browns making the playoffs anyway. That defense will get him in the playoffs. And last game I'm looking forward to is obviously that Bills Chiefs. My bad. That's the game I'm looking forward to. Bills Chiefs. This is it for the Bills. Josh Allen, y'all got to get this dub. You lose this, I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs. And I had them winning the damn division. I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs if they lose this game. So we'll see. And obviously, Patrick Mahomes has not lost back-to-back games since he's become into the league. Something's gonna happen. One thing's got to go. I don't know what's gonna happen, but that's who I think is. So let's get down to my locks real quick. Got the Bengals plus 1.5, hosting Indianapolis. I got the Falcons minus 2.5 hosting the Bucks. I got the Texans minus 3.5 at the Jets. I got the Raiders plus 3 hosting the Vikings. And I got the Bills plus 1.5 at Kansas City. I think Josh Allen gets it done. This is it. They got to make a last stand. You know what I mean? And obviously the thing with Sean McDermott with the 9/11 comments, that was from 2019. It was wrong for what he did and what he said, but 2019, somebody bringing that up like 5 years later. Come on, man. Address the situation when it happened. Like, it's crazy. Again, he used the wrong word, used the wrong analogy. Hell yeah, he did. He should have never used it like that. For those who don't know, you got to look it up. He basically said during the team meeting, whatever, or before the game, you're the hijackers. How do they plan it out? How do they plan out to do, to knock the planes down and everything like that? I'm paraphrasing. You got to look at the story. But again, 5 years ago, you still mad about it? You still brought it up? Again, it's insensitive. I'm not saying people shouldn't, but he apologized the next day. Why are we still talking about this 5 years later? Come on, man. Crazy. Anyway, it's my locks, man. We come back from the break. I said we're going to get into some little NBA. Talk about my Yankees. Draymond Green as well. Rants, bozos, all the like. Stick and stay. Fanatical Massholes shows your boy Mizzo. Remember, like, subscribe, share, comment. Right back.
Y'all fly forever.
Turn that shit up, yo.
Ayy, y'all fly forever, we real as it get. Never say never, we know for them hits. Feeling that weather you put on your fit. Y'all fly forever, go get you the drip. Y'all fly forever, we real as it get. Never say never, we know for them hits. Feeling that weather you put on your fit. Y'all fly forever, go
boy
get you
Mizzo
the
still
drip.
holding it down with y'all. Let's jump right back into it. All right. So, shout out to The Score. The story they released their power rankings and each team's biggest concern. I'm gonna just go down to my team real quick, because I'm a fan of my team. I ain't a fan of everybody else's. So Brooklyn Nets is 17 in their power rankings, 11-9, 12-9 because they won last night. So their biggest concern is isolation scoring. The Nets have 4 players in the top 30, in the top 35 in isolation percentage. 2 of whom, Dennis Smith Jr. and Mikal Bridges sit last and second to last, respectively, in points per possession on isolation plays. Not great. Okay. I mean, Mikal Bridges is doing his thing, though. He's having a good season. Would I like to see him kind of be able to, listen, I got this, clear that man out? Yes, but I don't think that's the way the offense is scripted, I should say, or drawn up. It's not for him to always do that. Does he need to? Yeah, I think we need that bona fide list to go get me a bucket. Get out the way. I got this. Give me a bucket. We need that. That's what the Brooklyn Nets need. Mikal Bridges has shown him do it. You see what he did against Atlanta. He hit the shot. 5 seconds left. Took him. I got him. Let me get this. Bam. Fade away. Nice. Pull up mid-range. Goes down. He knocks it down. So he can do it. Maybe as the season progresses, he's going to do that a lot more. But I think it's more in the flow of the offense. Like, look, ball movement, because Cam Thomas can do his thing too. Let me get him isolate. He's going, he's going to score. So that's probably might be more Cam's role, Cam Thomas' role than it is Mikal Bridges, my opinion. But I don't really see it. I don't see it as a big concern, but I get it where they're coming from. That's theirs. That's the scores thing. Let's go right down to the Clippers because they're right under them. They're 18. James Harden's lack of burst. That's their biggest concern. Their biggest concern is we know he can't blow by defenders. Is what they're saying. So the Beard can't blow. It's clear the Beard no longer has the speed to blow by defenders. Only 18% of Harden's shot attempts this season have come at the rim, according to Cleaning the Glass. Okay. I think it's more he needs to come off the bench. Let Russell Westbrook start. They flowed more. It was just more, you know what I mean? It was more cohesion with the offense. It just was nice wheel moving. You know what I mean? Everything was going right. You know what I mean? And James Harden, again, he's a ball stopper. That's naturally his game. The ball sticks to him. He's going to dribble, fade away. Dribble, go to the rim. Don't get me wrong. He's a great passer. But James wants to do that. That's James' game. His game isn't to pass the ball, move without the ball. That's not him. Russ does that. I think that's the Clippers' biggest issue. Who else we got here? So let's see. Who else? Warriors. They're number 21 in the power rankings. Steph Curry supporting cast. Outside of Curry, no Warriors is averaging more than 20 points a game. Klay Thompson is scoring his lowest average since his rookie campaign, 15.5. And Jordan Poole's buckets are desperately missed. Well, yeah, but they had to get Jordan Poole out of there because Draymond is Golden State. So one of them had to go, and it was never gonna be Draymond. I think about my feelings on this is, yeah, we knew that. Like, well, what are the Warriors gonna do? What are you gonna do? Are you really gonna trade Klay Thompson right now? Their cap is shit. Choose my language. They don't have the cap space. They went all in on a lot of players, and they got the chip, but it ain't working right now. This season is not working. Andrew Wiggins is back to, I don't even know. He's not the player that he was that year that they won the championship. He's got to find his game again. They get Andrew Wiggins back right. I think the Warriors can push some teams. I don't think they're going to be scary. I don't think the Warriors are going to make a deep playoff run, but they can at least be a tough out. But Andrew Wiggins has to get his game back right. Obviously, Klay's got to come back. But if you get Andrew Wiggins back right, I think they'll get in the playoffs and again, be a tough out. All right. Cool. Like I said, if you want to read more about it, check out the score. It's that article, NBA Power Rankings, and each team's biggest concern. Shout out to the score again. All right, cool. Next topic. So now, here's Rasheed Wallace. Let me see if I can find this real quick. On Draymond Green. Give me 1 second. Yep, here we go. Oh, I just had it. Here we go.
That's our fault. And when I say our, that's my fault. That's Ben Wallace's fault. That's Chauncey's fault. That's Rip Hamilton's fault. Tayshawn's fault. That's Corliss's fault. Everybody in that locker room, because he grew up in that locker room. One of his best friends was the son of the GM. Mm-hmm. So he was around us, practice in the locker room, after games, before games. So he heard the different language, and we all know it's a different language when the cameras is not there. You got to be professional with it a little bit. But he heard all that, and that's what made him go out there. That's why he's doing the bully shit, the bully shit he doing now, in my opinion. But no, he caught all that shit in our locker room. I love him. That's my young fella. I love him to death, man. And, I think I have the privilege with him to be one-on-one if I have the privilege to tell him if he's right or if he's wrong with certain situations. But no, that's my young guy, man. I love him.
Does he ever reach out to you to be like, damn, should I choke Gobert? Should I choke him harder?
No.
Like, what?
All right, you had to throw that a little bit in there. Shout out to Larry Brown Sports as well for that. That's where I got the article from. My opinion is just, okay, he got it from y'all. What about do as I say, not as I do? And I don't mean boss him around, but he didn't have to do that, and he's gone too far. Like Rasheed said, he's not professional. Rasheed Wallace, tech, he's gonna pass Rasheed Wallace's most techs and ejections, I believe. But Rasheed didn't do it and I don't think he did it in critical games, is what I'm saying, in the playoff games. Not like that, he didn't. Draymond Green does it whenever, and doesn't matter the game. Finals, regular season game, preseason, his own obviously we've seen his own practice, punching Jordan Poole in the face. We don't know exactly what happened, but we know what was said. I get it. But still, some point you got to show some sort of self-control. You're the leader of that team. Draymond Green is the glue of that team. You got to be a leader to me. So okay, he got it from you, but come on, man. You got to be way more professional than that. He don't have to do everything he's doing. He goes too damn far. Too damn far. You know what I mean? Everything he does to them refs, he could be kicked out of every damn game the way he acts. Period, point blank. So listen, I respect what Rasheed is saying. Cool, y'all had him in the locker room. He's seen what y'all did and want to do the same thing, emulate that on the court. But he's gone way too damn far, And at the end, and at this point, he's getting older. So yeah, they tolerate him because he's that guy. He could score. You know, he's obviously a great passer, passing forward. Definitely great elite defender. But if that starts to wane, and it, you know, and what team's gonna rock with him? What team's gonna sign him? You know, they put up with you. What they say in the media, they tolerate you until they can't. And your talent would allow you to allow them to tolerate you. But if he's losing his skills and he's not, you know what I mean? As he's getting up there in age, teams are gonna be like, nah, see you later. See you later. He might be closer to retirement than you think, just because of his antics, and his game's not backing it up. His game ain't matching his bulliness. His game ain't bullying nobody. He's just bullying people. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion on that, man. Like I said, I agree that maybe he got it from Rasheed Wallace, but he still should be more professional. That's it. It's too much to me, man. And it makes Draymond Green hard to watch. Period, point blank. All right. Now let's get into some good news. The New York Yankees, the evil empire, we coming back, baby. Dun, 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 dun. I got to find that Star Wars music. Coming back. We are coming back. Yankees signed Juan Soto. Traded for Juan Soto. They ain't signed him. They gave up a lot. Let's see what they gave up here. What did we give up? Let me see if I got it. So, I know they get Michael King was one of them. Johnny Brito. So they give up. So the Yankees get Juan Soto and Trent Grisham for Michael King, Drew Thorpe, Johnny Brito, Randy Vasquez, and Kyle Higashioka. That's a haul. Michael King was slated to be a starter for the Yankees. He was going to go from the bullpen to a starting pitcher, and he was pretty damn good in the starting role this season, towards the end of the season. So, okay, but I don't care. Juan Soto, he's a left-hander. Getting out Verdugo from the Red Sox is big, too, because that set it up. Now you got two good lefty hitting. Obviously, Soto's a matchup. Now you got two left-handed, good hitting players in your lineup, in Verdugo and Soto. That's what we needed. That short porch is for left-handers. Come on, let's utilize that. Take advantage of that, Yankees. They did that. I like it. That basically means they're out on Soto. I mean, not Soto. What's my man's name? Shohei Ohtani. All reports saying he's going to maybe Toronto. Toronto? And if you ask me, am I concerned about it? No, not in the least. Why? Toronto don't got the budget that the Yankees got. Period. I know it's no salary cap, but Toronto does not have the budget that the Yankees have. So you're going to get Ohtani. He's not pitching this year, so he can't help you there. He's going to hit, but not pitch. What do you do now? How do you build around him? You don't have the money, even though it's no salary cap space. You don't have the money to do that. You're going to end up like the damn San Diego Padres, owing money, taking out loans and all that. Sorry, I'm not. Toronto. I mean, Toronto's not a small market, but they're not the Yankees. They're not the Dodgers. You know, it's a good city from what I hear. You know what I mean? I need to go, but yeah, I'm not worried at all if he goes to Toronto. Go ahead. Who else they gonna get? They could have the money to sign anybody else. Bozos. That's for what's my man? Vladimir Guerrero Jr., man. Bozo. Anyway, yeah, so let's go, Evil Empire. Let's keep going. Let's get my man. What's my man's name? Yashoba Yamamoto. Let's go get him. Nishirobo. Yeah, Yamamoto. Let's go get that man. We get him, and he's a pitcher with Garrett Cole. do some things. Hopefully we can get Carlos Rendon and Frankie Montez on track. I think we'll be all right. I think the Yankees will be good pitching-wise, but definitely we need a hitting. Definitely needed 2 left-handed bats. And these 2 will work. I like Trent Grisham, too. So, yeah. Hell yeah, I'm happy. Brian Cashman, listen, you had to get it done, bro. Don't you bring your ass, you know what he said, don't you bring your ass back home if you don't get that done. Don't you bring it home. Bring your ass back home. You can come home now. You good. You good. Come home now. All right. So now, what do I got? Am I ranting about anything this week? Not so much. That was kind of a good rant. How about that? Good rant about the Yankees. I'm overly ecstatic about it, and I can't wait. See what else we got. One more thing here before we go.
Has been sentenced to work at Chipotle for throwing a burrito bowl at a worker. She tried to justify her actions, claiming the food looked terrible, but it didn't work out.
I show you how my food looked and how my food looked a week later from that same restaurant. It was disgusting looking. And
Okay, so a woman in Ohio, this is my bozo before I get out of here. A woman in Ohio decided, because she didn't like the way her food was, basically in consecutive weeks, decided, I'm going to throw this bowl in the young lady's face. And she threw it in her face. So now she's getting some jail time, which I don't wish jail on anybody, but hey, you want to do something bozo and foolishness, guess what you get? Now you got to go sit down for a minute. And now she also has to work at a Chipotle for 2 months. Get the same treatment. Listen, I don't wish that on anybody, but it's going to be that. Let's just say there might not be a coincidence that somebody walks upon her and disrespects her and throws a burrito bowl in her face. Come on, man. You are out of line for doing that, man. Look, I've had bad service on all fronts. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I worked in food. I've given bad service sometimes. Not bad service, but I'm saying I've gone back and forth. I would never throw anything in it, especially food. You throw food at me, nah. Hell no. What she did was all the way wrong. Again, we've had bad service. You know what I mean? Bad customer service. I'm not about to throw anything at you. Put my hands on you, nothing like that. That was crazy. You went way too far, like way too far. Now you got to sit down. Now you're going to go work at Chipotle. And I hope the same thing doesn't happen to you. A lot of people are hoping for it, but I don't wish that bad karma on anybody because that's bad juju. But wouldn't be shocked if it does happen to her. Bozo of the week. That's that young lady right there. Hopefully she understands and learns a lesson while she's working at Chipotle for the next 2 months and respects everybody in any field they work in. Doesn't matter. It's McDonald's, Chipotle, the stock boy girl at one of the supermarkets. Doesn't matter. The janitor. It doesn't matter. Respect everybody's profession. They're busting their ass to do that. Shit. Not everybody can be a lawyer, whatever the case is. They doing what they do. Leave them be and let them work. Understand they're trying. You know what I mean? And if you don't like their service, go to another Chipotle or just don't go there no more. Or write a bad review on the Yelp or whatever the case is. Do what you do. You know what I mean? But don't throw a bowl in somebody's face. Because that could have got bad. If she was somebody else, y'all could have been in there banging out. Over that? Again, money's tight around here now. You know what I mean? I get it. So you spending your hard-earned money on something. You want the food to be right. You want everything to what you want. You want what you want. But I'm not going that far to throw food in somebody's face. Not at all. She's a bozo. I mean, she got that karma coming back to her. I hope not, but it looks like it could come back to her. All right, y'all. It's been a great show. Appreciate y'all for joining me tonight. Good luck on the games on your bet. Shout out to FanDuel. Remember, like, subscribe, share, comment. Enjoy the games. I'll see y'all next week. It's been the Fanatical Massholes Show. It's your boy Mizzo. Peace and blessings.
Y'all fly forever.
Turn that shit up, yo.
Ayy, I'm fly forever, we real as it get. Never say never, we know for them hits. Feeling that weather you put on your fit. Y'all fly forever, go get you the drip. Y'all fly forever, we real as it get. Never say never, we know for them hits. Feeling that weather you put on your fit. Y'all fly forever.